WandaVision, now exclusively streaming on Disney Plus. It stars Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany reprising their roles as Wanda and Vision, respectively, from the highly successful Avengers franchise. First 2 episodes are out. Thank you for joining us on the couch. Let's talk about it. Hello, and thank you for joining us on the couch again. It's your boy Sam.
It's your boy Joby.
Today, you know what we're talking about, Joby?
We're talking about WandaVision.
WandaVision. I think this is the first spin-off from the first official spin-off from the MCU, streaming on Disney Plus. It's going to be a weekly release, total of 9 episodes, and the first 2 debuted simultaneously. So I think Joby and I, we're going to give our impressions on this on these first 2 episodes, and then we'll come back at the end later to talk about it as a whole, as the series as a whole. Because I honestly do think we need to watch the entire thing to judge it as such, or in order to judge it. So yeah, Joby, why don't you you watched the first 2 episodes like I did?
Yep.
Let's talk about what we liked. So Wanda and Vision, they are a super powered couple living a nice suburban life, and then they start to realize that things may not be what they seem.
Yeah.
That is actually the official synopsis for the show. So, Joby, why don't you tell us what you thought about it? Good, bad, likes, dislikes.
Let's go with the good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. Really reminded me of I Love Lucy. It's like cool. But at the same time, humor done well, which Marvel does very well. It was like not so cheesy, but it was built to be. It was like you knew that that was the point. It
was kind of cheesy.
No, it was yes, but not that they were trying too hard. It was just like, okay, this is funny because you guys are doing it this way. It was cool.
What did you like most about the episodes?
Trying to bridge the first one and the second one.
So the first one had to deal with, they had a dinner party.
Okay.
They had to throw, Vision works at a company where he doesn't actually know what they do. His boss invited himself over for dinner, so Wanda and Vision had to throw a dinner party to impress his boss.
I think it was cool, just again, the aspect of it feeling like an old show. Mm-hmm. And then we start getting little things here and there and questions being asked and really them hold on, how did we get here? What are we doing? And it's awesome. You guys are it's moving. It's moving fast already. I mean, all of these are going to be combined, are going to turn into a movie.
Right, exactly.
So
I'm glad you said that.
I'm really liking that it's this progression already.
And then it continued in the second episode. Second episode, they...
what did we see?
It was, they had to do in order to fit in better with their neighbors, they decided to join
magic show.
Talent show.
Yeah,
magicians.
Magicians. And that was really dope. Showcasing some of Vision's powers. Even though we got to see all of Wanda's powers. Well, not all of Wanda's powers. We're seeing Wanda's powers, but in a joking manner. And it's she's very, very powerful and terrifying. In reality, I don't think Marvel has even really touched on how scary she really is.
I'm glad you said that too. Yeah. That's the point.
So I feel like we're going to see that, and the simple fact that we all really understand she's creating this because she rewinds time at the end of that second episode so that something bad doesn't happen. And I'm cool. So we already know we're in her. This is something that she's creating. Without them saying it, we get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about. Okay, so let me back up a little bit.
And we see a sword, so twice.
Right. Sword, the agency.
Yeah, twice.
Their shield for outer space. So let me everything you said you liked about the episode, I can appreciate, right? I have a different take, though, because I'm going to sound a little critical, but no. I'm not. I realize that I think this is a show that needs to be watched all together to fully appreciate it. Because I got to tell you, like you said, this show is it's a 50s sitcom. I mean, it's even in black and white, right? They have to.
That being said, it turns into the 60s in the second episode.
At the end of the second episode.
Yeah, and so we're gonna see a progression. So by the end, we'll be at current time.
No, yeah, I mean in the trailer they showed that they were moving through decades of TV. So, but for these first episodes, like I'm looking at these as a vacuum, like these first 2 episodes, I did like I Love Lucy. I liked I Love Lucy. But I guess because I know that this show isn't that, and that Marvel is playing at that, and that there's a bigger story behind it, the kind of sitcom aspect kind of seems to be getting in the way. At least for me personally. It's like, yeah, I understand what you're doing, but I kind of don't care about the whole subplot of him, like trying to fix his, impress his boss at dinner, or fit in with their neighbors at the talent show.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the best part of the first episode to me was when their neighbors, and I'm putting quotes around neighbors because I don't think they're actually real. They said, "How'd you get here? What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And then the second they asked that question, like Wanda specifically was like, "I don't really know."
Yeah.
And then the dude just started choking. Like as he was asking the question, started choking. So to your point, that makes me believe that Wanda controls this world.
Yeah.
And also, let me just say, you also mentioned that you don't think Marvel has touched on what Wanda can actually do. I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
So I don't know if people who only watch the movies know what Wanda's power actually is. She is the reality stone from the Infinity Gauntlet. She controls, her power is she can rewrite reality. Yeah. So when this show first came out, I think we did a video on it. We talked about how it kind of looked like House of M.
Yeah.
Where
you were going through it, and I was like, I'm not even that hip to all that stuff.
Yeah, it's a comic book series. I think it's only like 10 or 12 issues. But essentially, after a tragedy, Wanda rewrites the entire world. Yeah. She's like, yeah, this isn't going to work for me. So she rewrites the entire world and creates a brand new reality where everyone is happy until they realize it's fake. And then, they have to try to get back to realness because I guess realness is better than fake happy. But anyway, so I was watching it thinking, okay, Wanda created this world. But then to your point, Sword shows up. Only like you don't actually see anyone from Sword. You just see like someone taking notes in a notebook.
And then you see the
and you see the helicopter. You see the Sword logo, and you hear someone saying Wanda, who is keeping you in here, Wanda. So I feel like Wanda definitely has control because, like you said, when something bad happened, she just rewinded time so it didn't happen. She was like, "Nope, I don't like this," and then she rewinded time. But the fact that Sword seems to be watching what's happening to her and being worried about her,
weird. It's like watching, and then the screen that they're watching on looked old too.
Yeah, it was like they were watching Wanda on a old 50s TV.
Yeah, and I was like, oh.
And because I know Sword isn't like I'm pretty sure they're not evil. I feel like they would be trying to help her.
Yeah.
So it makes me think that maybe she's not actually as much control as we think, as someone is controlling.
Yeah, and then everybody that we see is a real person, but not in her reality at the time. Like everyone we're seeing is somebody. Like they could be agents, they could be something, but they're not in her reality. She's making them into these people.
Right, no, gotcha. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and it's
so maybe she's sucking them into her reality and changing them to fit what she wants them to be. But again, I definitely think something like that's probably happening. Yeah. But it seems as if someone is doing something to her, like trapping her in this state, with her dead boyfriend revived.
Which is going to be horrible at the end or the middle or whenever she realizes he's not here. He's gone.
Yeah, we saw that I think we saw that in the trailer. Yeah. So all that to say, there's definitely a lot of mystery here. that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
But these first 2 episodes, again, that's why I think it'd be good to watch this all at once. Once all the 9 episodes come out, just binge it straight through. I mean, they're only 30-minute episodes, right? So just binge it straight through. Because, again, I'm watching this and I'm like, okay, I understand the story you're telling me isn't really like a real story. Like, you know, it's a sitcom, and I'm really not here for the sitcom. Again, knowing that that's what they were going for. So I don't want to be critical because I know what they're doing, but I guess it's just with these first 2 episodes, I'm still just waiting for like the ball to drop, metaphorically.
I think going into color is going to help you a little bit too, and then things are going to change. So like think about once we get to like 80s, like or like 90s sitcom, like Family Matters, Full House, kind of like, you know, kind of.
No,
like,
I mean, I get
it's
that.
It's like we're gonna. I don't know if we watched it because I mean, like our generation, 90s kids, like the old TV was on a lot. So it's like we had to see all of this, and so now we get to see. I can't really think of a 70s sitcom.
Good times.
Okay,
There we go. That was a very black one, though.
That's very black, and I don't think they're gonna go that route.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm like. I'm trying to think of white, and I just mentioned
What about Webster?
Okay.
Maybe that was 80s. I don't know.
What about Fonzie and all them? Like,
Happy Days.
Happy Days. That's not 70s. That's
I think it is actually
60s. That's 60s.
No, it came out in the 70s. Took place in the 50s.
50s. So maybe we'll see more of that kind of style.
Yeah, I mean, so to I guess you're saying I probably enjoy the like what I'm watching more, like the fake aspect of it. But I think I'm really just I want to see.
I think we're gonna get more story. And then,
I want to see the like what's happening outside of this. Like that's what I'm waiting for. I want to see like the actual like the sword aspect of it, like the real world. I want to see what's happening. I want us to get more into that.
Yeah.
These episodes focused heavily on the sitcom aspect of them having a magic show and them.
How do you feel about them releasing 2 episodes?
I mean, they did it with. Didn't they do that with the Mandalorian?
I don't remember.
Maybe they didn't. I don't know. I mean, them releasing 2 episodes. I mean, it's not that big a deal. The Boys released 3 when it first came out. Then they did it weekly. So I mean, why? What do you think about it?
I don't know. I do look forward, like, since we have no more Star Wars, we have no Mandalorian right now.
Right.
I do look forward to watching something on Friday or Saturday because sometimes Fridays don't work for me. And I'm like, oh, well, now I have one less week to enjoy this. And then it's like, what else do we get? What do we get next? And I was like,
I think Falcon and Winter Soldier is coming out sometime, right?
So are they gonna like match up? Or are we gonna have a break?
Actually, I don't think it's coming out for a while. I'm not gonna just lie to you.
And then what about Loki? Like, these are things that I'm looking forward to, but it's like, all right, Disney, you guys really lucked up with Disney Plus because it's definitely saving TV and movie for them. Because now I'm very interested. Like you said, I would rather watch this all the way through. That's how I usually do series. Mm-hmm. But since streaming is becoming a thing, when you sit down at a TV and you're about to watch TV, you're not really watching cable anymore, it's right there. And you're like, well, shit, I might as well watch this episode. And so, like, I did that with Power. Every season, I would just, like, not look at the internet. Try not to. And then watch it all at once. Because I just like the way that feels. But not anymore.
Well, I don't know. This is a show that I really feel like it's so important that I need all the story. Because like you said, it's a movie.
Yeah.
So it's
Those first 2, again, they went into each other for me that it was hard for me to separate it. I only watched it 2 days ago.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I don't know how this would work, like something like The Mandalorian or The Boys, where it's all one continuous story, but there are clear like breaks.
Yeah.
This one, I feel like I'm so interested in what's happening outside of Wanda's reality, her fake reality, that I kind of feel like I need all 9 episodes because I want the story all at once. But that's just me personally, honestly. There may be people who feel different, who think that watching it week to week would work.
It's not enough. I need something else. I think that's what I was trying to get at. Okay. It's like, Disney, give me something else to watch.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. All right, man. But so I guess first impressions of WandaVision. I know I sounded critical. I am still going to watch this.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to it. I think right now my impression is meh right now. Just because
is it a meh or is it a eh? Like what is it? It's a meh, like a meh.
Okay, maybe it's an eh. I'll take the M off. It's an eh. You know, because I'm still waiting. That's my thing.
I can give that to you.
I think because they've earned the benefit of the doubt at this point, so I'm sure once I see the whole thing in totality, I'll be like, that was amazing.
I think for me, I'm just so excited about it that I'm just raving. I'm just giving it all. And I'm like, hey, you guys got this. I know you're gonna give me something more. I enjoyed what I watched. I didn't not necessarily enjoy it as a Marvel thing. I enjoyed it because it's like, hey, cool. I know these characters.
No, yeah, it's fun to see them again.
Yeah,
and Wanda with her American accent, her real voice, you know, yeah.
And it's funny how you should mention that. She's like, why her voice seems like she just slowly loses her. She loses. I was like, well, she did. She slowly lost her accent.
I noticed in some, I forget what movie it was. Like when she was speaking, she literally sounded. I was like, yeah, your accent is gone.
Yeah. What was it? The beginning of Civil War, she did not have an accent. And then you're just like, what? Yeah, I was like, this is not too many. It's not too long after you've been in America. Like, it wouldn't completely go away.
Right, it wouldn't. I got you, man. No, but yeah, I'm happy to see them again. Excited to see what's gonna happen with Vision. Excited to see the Marvel universe expand. I'm sure they're gonna bring in characters we haven't seen yet.
I'm happy to see their kids too.
Yeah. Their kids are gonna be a part of this series as well. Mm-hmm. So I think overall, Jovi,
that's gonna be weird if they actually bring them into the Marvel universe.
Yeah, man. So you would definitely. I'm assuming you would recommend to watch this, right? Yeah, I think both of us recommend to watch this. I think Jovi's more. If you watch it right now, continue week to week.
Yeah.
I'm more of the. I think it'd be best if you wait till it's over and then just watch it all at once.
It's gonna be hard if you follow or like your Explore page is all like ours. You're not gonna be able to go on the internet. To say the least, it's like you're gonna get spoilers if you try to wait.
Yeah, that's true. I'm pretty good at avoiding things like that. Like, I just watched The Mandalorian.
Which is ridiculous to me. Well, and then I look at my Explore page. My Explore page is like 50% Star Wars. So, there's no way. Like, I got... Whole nother conversation. We can go down Star Wars. But yeah, I got a lot of Star Wars stuff spoiled for me.
Oh, man.
But especially with the animated stuff.
Oh, man.
Because people make jokes about it.
Yeah, man. Sorry to hear that. I had a good time with that. But, all right, y'all. With that, thank you so much for watching, chatting with us here on the couch. Until next time, we out.
Deuces.